Oh my gosh, that's so tasty. Oh yeah, friends and fam. Welcome back to another episode of Captain Coleslaw Outdoors with yours truly. So what we're going to do today is something a little bit different, but man, is it a fun thing to do. We are going groundhog hunting. The theme of this summer has kind of been a little bit all over the place. There's a lot of different hunting and fishing opportunities to do, but when it comes to the hunting opportunities, they're kind of limited. That's more for the fall and the winter. But what we're going to go do today is one of the best hunting opportunities there is for the summer months, mainly just because of the sheer volume of game there is to chase. So groundhog hunting is an awesome sport, and it's very helpful for a lot of the farmers, mainly because groundhogs are destructive. Now, groundhogs are native to Pennsylvania, but they are considered a nuisance animal. They destroy burrows, they dig holes, which if they're out in the middle of a big field and multi-thousand-pound tractors are driving, their tunnels will actually collapse when a big wheel drives over it, and that can destroy, damage, and basically scrap hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of farming equipment. And that's no good. So what we're going to do today is go out to my family's farm, and we're gonna go try to snipe some of these groundhogs off of these big open hay fields where they are located. So it's early. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Not that early, but earlier than most people are waking up in the summer, because these groundhogs really like to come out in the cool hours, 2-3 hours after first light and 2 to 3 hours before sunset. So we're gonna get out here. I'm gonna show you our tool of the trade when we get there and why we choose the caliber we do when we're hunting groundhogs. Without further ado, this is going to be a fun little hunt. Hopefully I can pull the footage together as I see it happening, and we should have a blast. So I'll see you guys when we get out to the fields. Stick around, gonna be fun. All right, so we're out here on the farm. It's a beautiful morning, and the groundhogs are most certainly are gonna be moving. So the way I hunt groundhogs is I'm pretty active. I do a lot of hiking, a lot of spotting, long distances, trying to find these groundhogs up over the holes, and then get within 100 yards of them in order to put a good ethical shot on the hog. One shot is all it should take. Now it's gonna be a little bit difficult for me to be mobile in order to get you guys good footage while also killing groundhogs. So the way that I go about looking for these groundhogs is I want to get on high points, but I want to have trees and forest backdrop, because these groundhogs, they don't have a good sense of smell. Their hearing isn't great, but their sense of vision is impeccable. They can pick you out a long ways away. So we're actually going to get in this tree line here and spot out into the field above us and try to see if we can't find some groundhogs that we can set up on and whack them. We're going to set up right over the hole about 100 yards away, and then we're going to snipe them with a rimfire 17 HMR rifle. Now this is a great type of hunting if you've never hunted before, but you want to learn some marksman skills, because you're hunting these groundhogs with these rifle calibers that are really small and are like basically a BB gun with gunpowder, and they're deadly accurate. But if you don't hold steady on them with that light gun and that light caliber bullet, if you move or fluctuate a little bit, these bullets are going to miss, because it doesn't take much movement to move this gun a long way and mess up a shot. So that said, we're going to try to stalk up through these trees, get up on top of these fields, and see if we can't put some groundhogs to bed. So stay tuned. I think we're going to be in for a pretty fun time. first groundhog is right up here, about 150 yards, standing over the hole. We're gonna try to use this bowl in the terrain to get down above them, and then try to creep up to the wood line and stay low. You have to wear an orange hat because it's legal. It's the legal thing to do in groundhog hunting. You have to wear an orange ball cap or 150 square inches of orange when you're hunting. So we're gonna use this mask to cover up the glare on our face. We're gonna try to get up there within 100 yards of this guy and see if we can't film us sniping him off. Smoked them. That is a snipe job. We're gonna run out there and get him real quick and kind of decide what we're gonna do from here. If there's another hole out here that we want to hunt, or if we want to keep going around the back. But we got him. One down. Well, it's hard to tell on that one. That was a back of the head shot, but I think he went straight down. I think we crushed him. Hopefully, that's 2. We're gonna walk out here now and see our groundhogs that we've whacked and see if they're truly are 2, if we just got 1. I know we smoked a big one up there on that top, but when we were walking up there to go get him, a second one was out here in the grass laying low, trying to hide, but he was still feeding. So we got low, and after, 5-10 minutes, this groundhog kind of thought that the coast was clear, and that was to his own mistake. So let's go see what we got out here. Well, that is just awful strange. Both of these groundhogs were hit, and both of them got back down in the hole. Now I'm seeing flies, which tells me that both of these groundhogs are probably dead. But the fact that they went down into the hole to die was not what I was expecting. I thought that first one especially, we smoked it. I mean, you saw it flopping around. Gosh, that's so irritating. You just like to recover the animal to make sure that he's completely finished. Most of the time they go into the hole and they die right there. We'll just take what we get. It's 2 hogs shot, helping the farmers, but I'd like to show you one up close. So this mound is where the burrow is, where that second dog we shot at was. Well, fellas, this is why you get down and dirty and you follow up. Because there's our dead groundhog. I knew it made a good shot on him. Like, literally all I had to shoot at was head. And man, we finally got one. Recovered, that is. Yeah, so there you go. There's our first groundhog of the day. Not a real big one, but that's our first varmint. Perfect. I'm gonna go back up there and try to find that other one, because I feel like if this one's dead, that one's definitely dead. I smoked that one. So just give me a second. Let's go try to find him again. This is why you follow up these groundhogs. So I've stuck my phone down here in this burrow. Just want to make sure that the darn groundhog is dead, because I feel horrible when I hit animals and I just can't finish them. It's just part of the game, but you got to finish things through. Sure enough, there's his tail right there. He is for sure gonzo. I just pray to God he's like full gonzo, because I'm like scared to death to stick my arm down this hole and pull this dead groundhog out and it bite me. They are vicious. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, this is scary. This is scary. Holy shit. Oh, now you see why I'm scared? Holy moly. Now that is a big groundhog, y'all. That thing is huge. Holy shoot. That right there is terrifying. To stick your head down in a hole and have to fight that thing will mess you up. I don't care who you are. It's awesome. We recovered both our groundhogs, which is exactly what we wanted to do. That's how you do this sport right. Feels good to be able to recover those animals. We recovered both groundhogs we shot, and that's a huge deal. I mean, look at the size of this one. Oh my God. That is a pig. Like and subscribe down below if you like seeing this type of content. We're doing these farmers a favor. A little bit of varmint hunting, never hurt anything. That's cool. Glad we were able to do what we were able to do. So fellas, this right here is what a successful day of varmint hunting groundhogs looks like. This is the best day of groundhog hunting I've ever had. I've never harvested 5 in a single outing, and today we've topped that. My personal best was 4, and now we got 5, which is something to be pretty excited about. Now, groundhog hunting with a 17 HMR, which is one of the smallest gunpowder-based loads you can shoot out of a rifle, requires a little bit of guerrilla warfare type recon style hunting. You know, we saw these groundhogs from a distance, we had an idea of where they were gonna be, and we used the landscape and the familiarity we had developed with this farm over time in order to close that gap and get close so we can make ethical shots. We shot 6 times today. One of these groundhogs has 2 holes in it, but we did not miss 1 time. So that's great. I mean, that's gonna guarantee you that you get the most out of your shooting when you're out there harvesting groundhogs. You might think that our style of groundhog hunting is a little bit much. You know, we're on our knees, we're crawling on our bellies out in the middle of the field, sticking our hands down into the hole to pull these groundhogs out, which wasn't exactly my smartest move. But groundhog hunting is what you make it. You know, the ability to read your landscape, staying low, staying out of sight, making sure that you can close the gap and make a good kill ethical shot are principles that will take you anywhere in any other hunting type. And in other hunts, they're more important than what we have going on right here. So groundhog hunting is a great way of getting out into the field, practicing your marksmanship, practicing your woodsmanship, and in this case of the farm, really helping out the general operations of the farm equipment and cattle movement in a way where by taking these groundhogs out, we're allowing the farm to work more efficiently in those ways. Now that we've harvested these groundhogs, we're gonna return them right back into the holes that we found them. Most of these cut fields that we're out here stalking are cut hay fields. So the nutrients of these groundhogs as they break back down are going to be replenished into that soil so new hay can grow with the proteins and carbohydrates and lipids which a breaking down groundhog is going to provide back into the ecosystem. So even though we're not going to consume these, the food web most certainly will in some indirect manner. Thank you so much for tuning in to this little varmint hunt of groundhogs here on Captain Coleslaw Outdoors. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more content as we bring you other hunting, fishing, and wilderness opportunities that the great landscapes around us can provide. So until then, shoot straight, stay strong, smash groundhogs, and that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.